they're getting wild for me. And all the pretty chicks all wanna smile at me.
What's up, fellas? A little change of scenery here. Welcome back. Good to see you. Good to talk to you. Good for you to see me. That's probably the most important thing of all of this is that you guys see me. That's the point of GobbyTalks, right? So you guys can just listen to Gobby talk. We're back. Dude, I was doing the math earlier, and I think this is actually kind of crazy. We still have more time until the next season starts than when the last season ended. Wild. It feels like we haven't been playing fantasy football for 9 months. It's only been a few, three. Well, I guess more for fantasy football, less since football ended. But anyway, we're back. Guess what? Gobby's talking. We are here. We're doing this. Let's get the juices flowing, boys. A lot of stuff's happened. Draft. That's it. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. But no, dude, this is kind of something that I want to potentially start doing is doing kind of a GT right after the draft. Let's talk about major moves and how it's going to affect your team, how it's going to affect your keepers. There is a lot of all this free agency, all the NFL draft potentially has relative significance to some of our keepers here. So Calvin has been working with. We've been trying to do this for a few weeks. My in-laws were in town for 9 days, so we weren't able to do it then. We are able to do it now. I got locked out of my email. I cannot sign into my email address right now. My Gmail, it's fucked. It's crazy. So I had to create a new email, GobbyTalks@gmail.com. If you guys have any problems with this, you can reach out to HR. HR is their email is GobbyTalks@gmail.com. So I am HR. Eat it. But welcome back. Welcome back. This is not going to be. We're not going to just continue on for every week like this. But here's an intro. Let's start talking. Let's start at minimum thinking about what we're gonna do here in a few months. I'm so fucking stoked to see you guys, but Calvin jumped on super long. We will pick apart each and every one of your teams. What your keepers are, if there is any or are any effects from the past few months that have you might be toast. You had a plan, you might be toast. Dylan. Uh, so yeah, we'll get into each and every one of you. So with this, let's I guess, dude, let's just start it off. Gob's Grog. Let's start with Gob's Grog. So first of all, I'm gonna do two for each. One for or two for Grog, two for Slob. For Grog for this week, I guess this month, this off season. Number one is Cody. Big man not saccoing. I'm super excited for you. I'm glad you can live your summer in peace without thinking about the punishment that you will have to obtain for the fourth consecutive year. Everybody is excited to see you out of that spot, at least for now. You still got to do some serious work on managerial skills. You might need to fire your manager. It's tough because you are the manager. But for the time being, cheers, man. Have fun with your summer knowing that you get to punish your roommate and that little man. Cheers, buddy. Proud of you. Happy for you. Cheers. Second grog goes to Alec. And we will dissect this more in depth coming up here very shortly. But Alec has the most options for keepers out of anybody in the league. You have the most open doors. You have no money, so you do have options to sell, and then you can just pick who you want. It's really a toss-up. You have a lot of really good options. So, with that being said, I hope that you are at least thinking about talking to people. I know you got some big stuff coming up with your wedding. Cheers to that as well. But you got a lot of options, so let's make the best out of it. Cheers, Alec, Cody, grog baby. And then for the slob, I figured we would just pick up right where we left off. Again, we got two, so if we got two slobs, right where we left off, who were the two slobs of last year? Oh shit, it was the Pooh Boys. Oh boy, the Pooh Boys, this toxic waste. Toxic fucking waste. We'll start with Red Ratmond, Mayor Red Ratmond. The only reason that you are getting this is because you're a Pooh Boy, and we have to continue the trend. The Pooh Boys need to stay the Pooh Boys, and the Patriots are going to be really bad. And that's that's really I figured out a way to fit you in there. Patriots are going to be bad for a few years, and I know we'll hear about it in some way, or you have an excuse for everything. But for now, guess what? You're a big bunch of toxic waste. Pooh Boy, you get the slob. And then the other Pooh Boy, it's only natural. Willie, let's pick up where we left off from last year. You put all your chips in one bag. You got Rashee Rice. The Chiefs don't have Rashee Rice. So I guess there's a couple buy it now options that you have. You want to take a chance on Rashee for the rest of the season. I don't know, man, but the Pooh Boys stay Pooh Boys. Willie's got no keeper. Redmond's got no team to root for, so you guys are both toxic waste. Have fun, Pooh Boys. Cheers. Whee! With that, dude, I'm super stoked for this. It's well, again, this is GobbyTalks. It's a chill out sesh. Let's talk some shit. Let's pick apart some teams. Let's expose some people. Only fitting to start it with Calvin. So with that, here is the first leak of the 2024 fantasy football season. Welcome back to GobbyTalks.
Look at that. I got a family. A little bit too low. Sorry, this is all new for me. We'll keep some of this in.
How do I turn this on? I gotta find out how to turn the volume up. There we go. Okay. Say something.
All right. Can you hear me better?
Yeah. This is good.
Yeah, that's fine. Like you can actually hear me. I want to make sure you can, and it's like
I can. I just turned my stuff up all the way, and then with whatever you did, it's good.
Okay, sweet. Well, what's up? Are we doing this?
I guess so.
I guess so.
Hi, Gobby.
What's up, Steven? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good.
Yeah.
NBA playoffs have been carrying me into summer, but yeah, other than that, just kind of working and gearing up for a fucking busy next couple months.
Yeah. Busy for me as well. What do you got going on?
I got our boy Cleaner's wedding.
Oh, that's right. Shout out to the boy.
Shout out to the Clean man. About 4 or 5 weeks out now. And then I got a trip with Courtney's family for her mom's birthday up at government camp. And then I got like a work golf tournament thing, and yeah, just some more that type of stuff. I'm probably forgetting something good, but yeah, nothing huge other than Cleaner's wedding.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big deal. I'm actually going back to Oregon the end of June for my golf trip with my dad. We're going to the coast, playing Salishan and somewhere else. I don't know if you know Salishan, but it's supposed to be nice.
Yeah, no, we played there on a work retreat 2 years ago.
Oh, nice. How'd you play?
Yeah. You know how I played. It was a
very, very high.
It was a scramble, and so I'm okay in a scramble, as long as I got a couple decent guys with me.
Yeah.
The course was really nice, though.
Nice, dude. I'm excited. Well, check this out. I got this little boy.
Oh, I like that.
The Mighty Ducks there. He's in green and yellow, the old Mighty Ducks. Got my family.
Oh, you got a wall. Is the Waluigi new?
Yeah, look at that boy.
I like how he's sitting on his ass too. Normally he's fucking standing up on his 2 pointers.
I know he's really hard to balance that way though. So
Oh, can you move his legs?
yeah.
Oh shit.
Wow.
I actually kind of like him mid step.
Yeah, I know, me too, but he sits on my desk a little bit better that way. Well, welcome to fucking GobbyTalks.
Good to be back.
Boys and kids and B-Johns. We are back, and this is just a catch-up sesh, a talk shit sesh. I got my handy dandy over here, ready to go whenever needed. So I guess let's start talking about some football, at least a little bit of football,
Yeah.
What anything that was just right off the bat, anything that really shocked you, really surprised you, really excited you? What was your biggest takeaways from the draft? Anything special?
I'll rattle off a few things, and didn't do any. I've been following everything, watched the draft, been reading articles. Bad with names when the season's not actually going and we're not seeing the names all the time. But a few quick hits from the draft. The Dolphins traded up. I forget the guy's name. Dolphins traded up. I think move up early in the third. I think grabbed a running back, which I thought was interesting. Another fast guy. So now you got Mostert, who should be old and shitty, but apparently isn't. And then you got A-Chain, and who's supposedly the next bee's knees. And then apparently they love this it's another fast guy too. So
yeah, dude. I don't think there was any really big hitters for running back in the draft. I mean, who's the dude from Michigan? What's his name?
Oh, Blake Corum.
Blake Corum, yeah. I mean, he's not supposed to be the truth or anything. I mean, he might be a decent dude, but he's not going to be special, is he?
That not so. I
don't know.
I thought the Cowboys were gonna take a running back. So I actually did I was reading about all the backs, and a lot of them were kind of in that same realm, fourth round type guys. And that Blake Corum, I did not want him at all. I think he is similar to JJ McCarthy, and he's up there because Michigan just won a title. And yeah, he had a great year in college. I don't expect him to do shit in the NFL. Same with McCarthy.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Well, dude, the whole quarterback thing was insane. Absolutely bonkers. It was six quarterbacks in the first 12, right?
Yeah, something like that.
That's insane. I mean, how many of those guys are actually going to be good?
Well, here, look, let's go through them. Let's see if we agree.
Let's go through them. All right. Well, should we start from the top and go down, or down and go up?
Fuck, I don't know. It's your show.
All right. Gobby knows. All right, let's just start from the top. So, Caleb Williams.
I think he'll be good, but I don't think he's the next Tom Brady. I think he'll be good. That's it.
Yeah. Jaden Daniels.
Well, hold on. What do you think?
Well, I was gonna let you go, and I was gonna go, but I'll go with you.
Oh, okay.
Caleb,
Okay. So
no, that's fine. Let's do it that way. So Caleb, for me, I think I don't know who I want to compare him to. He's almost like a new age. I don't know. He's almost like Odell Beckham Jr. playing quarterback. And if he has the potential to be really good, I don't necessarily trust him as like a leader, especially like a leader of men, that can command things. Maybe not. I don't know. Dude's talented, but I don't know. I think he'll be good. I think one of the other guys will outshine Caleb Williams for sure.
I agree with that. Because you mentioned the OBJ thing. I read something on Caleb Williams. It was a full thing. It wasn't just the one quote, but the whole article was related to how Caleb Williams is like the prince of football. He's kind of just
exactly, yes,
like an on guy.
And to me, that's not good.
Yeah, I don't think anything
as a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily okay to like run him through the coals for something like that, especially in like this day and age. I think it could be fine, but if you're giving me the option, I wouldn't prefer to have
for sure
that. Also, the other thing is the Pac-12. Call up Red Redmond. The Pac-12 sucks ass. Pac-12 sucks ass. Okay, the Pac-12 sucks so much ass, and you're the best quarterback that's ever fucking walked the earth. How are you going 8-4 and like I don't know. If you're that good, you should be doing something. You should have done something more. I don't care what he did in a game. Like, what are we talking about? Shadur Sanders now? Like, I don't care.
Fuck.
He's supposed to be top 5-ish next year too. Like, we'll fucking see, dude. Winning 4 games.
Boo, dude. I trust me. I get a heavy dose of that here. I'm in Colorado, man. I love when I drive by people with Colorado stuff because I got duck stickers on my car too. So, and it feels good. And I'm really, really. I'm really upset that this is the year that Colorado left so that we couldn't shove it down their throats, give them a little pank. And I would have loved it, but that's annoying as shit.
They were getting pretty fun to hate by the time the season's over. So I wish, I'll still be hating them from the Big Ten. So
yeah. But all right. What about Jaden Daniels? Dude, I don't even know. Jaden Daniels, Drake May. Who do you like more between those two?
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. Same. But I don't love him either.
Same. I like Jaden Daniels more because I'm a little bit more of a gambler, and I think he has the potential to have lower lows and higher highs. Huh?
The gambling man.
The gambling man. I'll take the potential lower lows, higher highs, maybe a little bit more of an injury risk because he's always running around. But he's a little bit more exciting to me.
Yeah, more Deshaun Watson like.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Oh, your boy. Who did they just got somebody who's their backup now? Because they got rid of Brissett.
Yes, baby, King Crab.
Oh, that's right, dude. Oh my gosh.
It's perfect. I mean, it's perfect over there. You couldn't ask for a better backup to Deshaun.
No, I agree. I mean, start him over Deshaun. I wouldn't mind. Most people wouldn't mind that.
They'll be getting along well in the locker room. I feel like that's a good.
Oh, for sure they will.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Drake May. Is he what's his name who just left? Fuck, how am I blanking on his name? Who's the shitty quarterback?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he better than Mac Jones?
I mean, it's easy to say now because Mac Jones I don't know. I don't think so, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if 2-3 years from now, it's kind of the same thing. I also wouldn't be surprised if Mac Jones went somewhere and was like, who's a good example? Mac Jones could be like a Colt McCoy type guy, solid backup.
What about Zach Wilson? I mean, is Drake May better? Is Zach Wilson? Sorry, I just had this thought. Like, I was comparing Drake May to Zach Wilson. Do you think he's better than he's better than Zach Wilson? 2, do you think Zach Wilson is as bad as the Jets made him?
I think he's better than Zach Wilson.
Okay.
And I think the problem now with Zach Wilson is he's not good enough to warrant the distraction of him being on your team. So do I think Zach Wilson is capable of being like a number two quarterback on a squad? Hell yeah. I'm sure like solid chance he could be a decent backup quarterback. But would I want him on my team? Nope, because I just don't want to deal with any of it. You can find a different solid backup quarterback. With him, you'd have to like turn him into a solid backup. He's not even to that. So I'd rather just go get he's been tossed around a few times. What's his name? Jacoby Brissett.
Minshew.
Or Minshew, yes.
Fucking Minshew should start over AOC.
Isn't he going
Mania,
to?
buddy.
Is he going? I would assume so. I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard. I thought that AOC still had the job. I thought Minshew was like a dubbed backup, but that man should start.
Yeah, he should start. Well, shit. Yeah, he should definitely start.
Yeah. All right. And then Penix. What do we do here? What do we do? You know, it's such a bummer that like dude, if Michael Penix got drafted to the Falcons without Kirk Cousins, I would want him on my team for sure. I think Penix potentially has the capability of being the best quarterback out of any of them.
I agree.
Potentially. And dude, it's such a bummer that I guess somebody's probably going to draft him for $1. And if Kirk gets hurt again or something, like he might come in, but such a bummer. What are they doing?
I don't know. They're so scared of the quarterback position that they kind of just fuck the whole. Yeah. They're next year between the two of them. Don't quote me. It's like 70 to 90 million or something between the two of them is what they're paying for a quarterback. So yeah, you're covered if Kirk goes down, but at the same time, you're not gonna. The goal is to win a Super Bowl. So if you're signing Kirk Cousins, why are you using? It's like the Aaron Rodgers thing which now looks stupid, but with Jordan Love 4 years ago. So the goal is to win a Super Bowl. Why use that pick on Penix? And if you're going to use it on Penix, why sign Cousins? Maybe it was one of the like I don't know. What I'm curious, the front office, if you could just ask them, hey, if we could go back in time, would you rather just start Penix now that you have him and just Kirk Cousins was on a different team? I would like to know if they would agree, because if they would agree, I can see where they're coming from, because they took a quarterback. They didn't know they were getting Penix or had a chance at Penix before. They took what they for sure could get. Did.
But dude, honestly, it's like, yes, but it's at the same time, dude, if you liked Penix that much, you knew where you were going to draft. Like, if you liked him that much and his draft stock rose, like, don't sign Kirk Cousins. Don't spend that money on him. Sign Michael Penix, the guy that you actually want, and pay him less money for longer, and then invest your other money in a team around him, which they already have, but they'll get him some blockers and some better defense and shit, It makes it weird. It's a lot of money to pay Kirk to draft a guy that high.
I don't like it when I can't understand the reasoning behind. There's plenty of things I don't understand. I'd like to be able to understand the reasoning behind certain moves. So like what the Cowboys did with the whole running back thing, I actually understand that. So I'm fine with it. As it played out, I understood it. So that's fine. But with this, that's why I really would like to know if the Falcons could just, I don't know, dude, just because. So now what's going to happen? Kirk Cousins, I think they can get after or out of that deal after 2 years, right? So then you have
no, it's all fully guaranteed.
No, there's a way out after 2 years. They're still going to be fucked money wise, but they can kind of have an out after the 2 years.
That makes no sense though. Like if they're still paying him.
No, they'd still have to pay him. But if they cut it, if they do anything, I don't think they can do anything right now. And if they do, they're on the hook for all of it. But after the first 2 years, most of that guaranteed money has already been paid, I believe. So they could get out with less of a hit. Kind of like if the Broncos would have cut, it was shitty either way, but if they would have cut Russ a year ago versus doing it now. But
Yeah.
here's where it doesn't line up, because let's say Penix, or let's just say we don't know if Penix is it, and let's say Cousins gets hurt, and so now we know Cousins is not it. Okay, so now you have Penix. Cool. You drafted the oldest player in the draft.
Yeah.
So now Penix is fucking coming up on 30 years old, and he's a rookie.
Exactly. It makes no sense. And it is different than the Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love thing, because Aaron Rodgers was the journeyman, you know? Like he was there for a long time. They didn't just pay him a fuck ton of money after Achilles surgery to come there, and then they drafted somebody that high. And
yeah,
it's like, I don't know, man. It's super weird. But what about real quick, last quarterbacks, Bo Nix and JJ McCarthy?
okay, so
You just got real excited there.
So this is between the two guys. I think one of them has been shit on so hard, Bo Nix, and the other one has been praised. I value them the same. I think they're like in the same tier of quarterback. So
I would agree.
that's why I didn't understand the McCarthy thing, and I feel like Bo Nix. Yeah, maybe you don't want him at what they take him at 12, but then there was no other quarterbacks, and I don't know. I feel like there's enough stats that you could argue that Bo Nix is better than McCarthy. Let's just say this. Let's say this. Say the Ducks won the championship this year with Bo Nix, and Michigan didn't make the playoff.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
I think a lot of this. Yeah,
I agree. I mean, they're both winners. Like that's why they were drafted that high. Like they both know how to win. We'll see.
Did you see McCarthy's already struggling at camp?
For sure. What, did you see the one pass that he threw that was bad?
No, I didn't.
It's just that's the video floating around Twitter and shit. It's just like McCarthy looking real good at practice, and it's just one throw that was really bad, and it's like, holy shit, he's horrible. One throw. Oh my gosh. Twitter told you so, right?
Okay, so I understand the pick for the Vikings because I think like that team's already good.
I get it.
But
Yeah,
I think let's say McCarthy goes off. Let's say McCarthy has a great year. I think you could have just had Bo Nix playing that spot, and it would have been similar. That's what my opinion is on that.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, it is what it is. Like they needed somebody. You don't want to rely on Sam Darnold, and when you have Justin Jefferson, who is like, dude, get me a fucking guy to throw me the ball. Like, if you don't, I will leave. I will demand to leave if you don't get somebody to throw me the football.
Do you think any chance Darnold starts week 1?
Maybe. Yeah, I can see that.
Same.
Maybe for a couple weeks. Yeah, for sure. I can see that. And then the first sign of him sucking McCarthy, I think that's probably what they'll do. I would do that, right? Darnold, I don't think he's the fucking worst, but he's a backup for sure. I think he's a good backup.
Yeah. I would consider him a good backup.
Yeah. All right. So which of the rookies drafted do you think goes for the most money? And how much money? So examples, here's some. I mean, we talked about the quarterbacks, Caleb, Jaden, Drake May. Those are probably the only ones that will go, maybe JJ, because they're the only ones that really have a chance of starting. But we got minus them, we got Brock Bowers, we got Marvin Harrison Jr., we got Malik Neighbors, we got Rome Madunze,
I
I think those are the big names. Brian Thomas Jr., Xavier Worthy. That's the little fast guy for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think that's a killer pick. Dude, it's so Chiefs.
So just off the top of my head, I'm going. I'm definitely going Marvin Harrison Jr. as first, but then I think it's close for second with Jonathan Brooks and who's the pass guy? Not Neighbors. On the
Xavier
Chiefs.
Worthy.
Yeah. But I think because they have so much, so you're gonna have like the Alex of the world, like he will be on Alex team. So, but I don't know. With a lot of these guys, I can already tell you who's going to draft them, and so it's just a matter of how much.
You think Jonathan Brooks goes for the most?
I mean, okay. How much do you think these?
You think he goes for more than Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Okay, how much?
You don't think Mike's going to spend $45 on Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Okay, I'm comparing it to Zay Flowers. Didn't Zay go for like $9 last year?
I think it was less. I think it was 6.
I'm looking.
Maybe 4.
No. Here we go. He went for $9.
Shut up.
And there was a lot of hype on him. Marvin Harrison Jr. is more hype. So I'm going to put him, I don't know, $15 or something like that. And then Jonathan Brooks, I don't know if you could look at the Carolina landing 2 different ways. So obviously,
yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, fucking Chuba Hubbard carved out a nice role last year. Huh?
Chuba's the man.
Yeah.
Chuba's the man.
But okay, but the thing is, so Jonathan Brooks, it's all going to be on how he comes out of the gate because there's too much. Don't they still have Miles Sanders there too? So they have Miles Sanders, they have Chuba, who was solid last year, and then they now have a rookie. So
yeah, I don't know why they would draft.
So
yeah, I don't know why they would draft a running back when they have Miles Sanders. He's one of the better running backs in the league. It just doesn't make any sense.
Is Dirtle on this show too? It's close between him and Cam Akers, 1 and 2.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, Dirtle and I had a conversation before, and he just said I need to sneak in one reference there and one Death Nation reference. So there you go, Dirtle.
Let's give him 30 seconds of the Raiders Myers pick. What do you think he goes for? Fantasy wise.
Wait, who? Bowers?
Brock Bowers. Sorry.
Brock Bowers? I thought you said Myers.
I think I did. Yeah, Brock Bowers.
I was like, who are you talking about? I mean, I think he's a good player. I don't think it makes their team that much better. I guess if they didn't have any quarterbacks to draft, so what are they going to do? You take the best player on the board, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. They had Darren Waller, and he was pretty good, and still weren't very good. So
basically, they're going to raid her around. Is all.
Exactly. I mean, they're very similar to the Cowboys for me. Like until you prove that you can do it, I don't want to hear it.
Okay, they're in a different
Oh yeah.
Tiers of not proving. The Raiders are in a different not proving. Nobody's. Yeah, we don't even need to talk about that. It's the Cowboys.
Did I hit a button there?
Are they going to make a run? Or are they going to make a playoff game? The Raiders are they going to make the playoffs or are they going to? I don't know. If you guys Diz thinks they're going to win like 10 games this year.
Oh yeah, you probably think that this is your year too.
It might still be my year, but the record, I went through Dallas' schedule. I gave them a 10-7. That's
Oh,
fair. 10-7.
kind of yeah, that's a dry fart. Yeah, I haven't gone through like standings and stuff, but okay, so let's hang on, let's pivot here for a second.
Where's the couch?
Huh?
Some of the listeners will get it.
The
It's
couch?
a friend's
Pivot?
reference. Friend's
Pivot on the
reference.
couch? Oh,
No.
yeah, fuck the friends. These are my friends.
Somebody will
So
get it. Somebody will get it. It'll be good. Mike will get it.
Yeah.
Mike will get it. 100%.
okay, so let's think about after the draft. Let's think about keepers that people are probably thinking about keeping after post draft. Who are big winners and losers from the draft picks? It doesn't even affect anybody's keeper that they might have been thinking about keeping with one of these picks. And I want to do that, and then I do want to do. So you'll see this. This will be at the beginning of the show, but I got this. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm giving out for Gob Slob. You'll see it at the beginning of the show. This is this is for Willie, and this is also for T-Pain. So Willie, because he was banking on Rashee Rice, and that's going down the drain fast, and also for Redmond because the Patriots look real sad.
Sad boy. At least he has the mask.
Yeah. And I wanted to give it to the Pooh Boys. So, I wanted to keep the Pooh Boys strong and together, just like they were last year. They need to be there together. But
just because we were just talking about it, so I actually mentioned this to Dill like a month ago when I was kind of scrolling through. You get in one of those moods where there's nothing going on, and you click on the fantasy app, maybe by accident, you see the countdown.
Yeah.
I'm like, what can I look at in here? I noticed Alec. So Alec has multiple good keepers, but one that hadn't been talked about, which it doesn't matter now, but it goes right into your question. Chuba Hubbard would have been $2. And before them drafting
oh no shit
running back, they had already said that they're not in on Miles Sanders. So he would have opened the season and they're still paying Miles Sanders like $8 million a year or something. And so from what I had read before the draft was the Panthers weren't going to target a running back because they suck at everything else. So they need different players. So they need to fill these other spots. And so Chuba Hubbard would have been a sneaky $2 starter on the team. Basically what he did for Alec this last year.
But Alec's not going to keep him.
Well, okay, but it's not just who's keeping. Let's say there's plenty of guys that don't have a keeper. Say I would throw $2 if I had zero keeper and I had no other options. I'd give you $2 for Chuba Hubbard for $2 to have a starting running back.
Yeah, no doubt. Which, dude, Alec has a lot of keeper options.
Yeah, let me go to his team here.
Is Kyron? Dude, I really don't like the tablet version of Sleeper.
Same.
You don't either?
No.
Yeah, it really bugs me.
It's fine when it's I think the game day version's okay, where you flip it horizontal and it's got the 3 different columns on there.
Yeah, he's $10.
So he's got Kyron for 10, Sam Laporta for 2, I think, for 2.
And Nico.
And Nico
for 4.
rank those guys if you're Alec.
Damn, dude. That's a fat load to be sitting on there. I guess, do you think people are talking? Do you think, I mean, if I was Alec, now's about the time that I would start looking at people and trying to pitch some of these guys that he may not want to. I mean, he should be able to make some. There has to be somebody who has a really bad choice. I mean, you can say it's me, but I don't have the money to spend, so I don't know. Kyron for 10. I mean, Chuba for 2. That would be nice if you didn't have the other options. So Chuba's at the bottom. Still a good option.
You asked me what was different post draft.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We're evolving, Calvin. We're evolving. Okay. Right, you. Probo pass.
And that Ash Ketchum would never turn his.
Dude, I need. Do you think I could find like a little nose pass figurine to put here?
Probably you need one, but you should also get the Probo Bass too.
Yeah, Probo pass. Probo pass.
Big bushy stack.
Yeah, nose pass is the best. Probo's nice, but I feel like he's got really gross pubes. Like, I just imagine that thing. That's like a pink button in a ball of yarn. When you look at it, that's just super frayed. It's really hard for me to get on board with Probo as much as nose.
You like him clean. You like your rock Pokemon cut.
You got it, buddy. All right, so we got Kyron for 10, we got Nico for 4, and we got Sam Laporta for 2. Rank those. Damn. That's tough.
That is tough. I actually think if we pulled the league, we would have a pretty even turnout for who was picking who. I think.
Yeah, dude, that's like one of the harder questions to answer. I think as much as I think Kyron would be good, I think you save more money in the long run with one of the other guys. Well, I don't know. Laporta would be nice because then you don't have to ever worry about a tight end. How nice would that be?
That would be nice. That would be nice.
That's one of the worst things, dude. Tight end carousel. I mean, quarterback carousel sucks, but tight end carousel is just death. Like literally nothing.
So didn't the Rams sign another running back or draft one?
I think they got Blake Corum.
That's Blake Corum. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes me a little nervous.
That might be one too.
Yeah. Not because I think Blake Corum's that good. I'm not calling Kyron bad. This is the same guy that was competing with Ronnie Rivers to get on the field at the beginning of last year. So I wouldn't be shocked if, who fucking knows, dude, Kyron pisses off McVay and all of a sudden it's Corum and Boston Scott the rest of the year.
I think I just saw that Kyron is hurt too.
Oh, really?
He hurt something. Let's check. Sleeper, tell me.
Let's see. Yep, foot injury. They're downplaying it.
So, and then it says Rams have asked rookie Blake Corum to develop the pass blocking and pass catching skills with Kyron sidelined. It's major news. I don't know. Kyron might be off the board. So then we got Nico. I mean, Nico is great, but now they just added Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. This is hilarious.
Damn, dude, the Texans are nasty.
Everybody but Alec. He has like 4 great keepers, and then as the time goes on, there's a big con attached to each of them.
Yes. Except for Sam Laporta. He's the only one who's got a clean butthole right now.
Okay. So here's my thing on Sam Laporta. Alec loves to say how he was the number 1 tight end last year. I think he was.
No.
So I've looked this up
Oh, he
because
was, yeah.
I'm tired of hearing it. So yeah, Laporta is like he was the top tight end last year. You know what the difference was between like tight end 1 and tight end 8? It was like a point and a half.
Yeah,
So,
it wasn't like Travis Kelce won years
no. So
where
like
he
yeah,
was
you
like
have a tight
double in
end,
points.
like number 1 tight end. That means nothing to me. He barely outplayed what's his face, the Mormon. What's his name? Saints. Not even a tight end.
The guy who runs and
Dude,
plays
that's what I'm
quarterback.
saying. When it's not football season, we can't remember names.
Nut, where are you, buddy? It's your favorite player. It's Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. Yeah. Okay, so
God damn it.
let's see here. Go.
Yeah, well, you can't compare the two. That's really
I'm not
unfair
comparing the
to
two.
compare the two. You are right now. That's exactly what you're doing.
I've got this pulled up right now. Okay, so
Are you going to compare Taysom Hill to Sam Laporta?
that was just because I couldn't think of anybody else's. Couldn't even think of his name. Okay, so you had.
Why don't you just
Okay, here's a better example.
Why don't you just
So
go to
tight end
players
one-
and go to tight end and look at the
I'm
stats?
on it. So Sam Laporta averaged 9 points a game. He's tight end 1. David Njoku averaged 7.5, and he's tight end 6. Taysom Hill, 7 points, tight end 7. Evan Ingram, 6.8. Cole Kmet, 6.4. Jake Ferguson, 6.2. So what I'm netting between 2 and 3 points a game by throwing Laporta in instead of just literally anybody.
Yeah, dude. What am I looking at? Not looking at anything good. Yeah, no. Okay, so would you rather have Nico Collins? So there's also another person whose stock gone down. Now, what about, didn't Tank Dell get shot or something?
Yeah, I think he's fine though.
He's a tank.
No, I think it's not going to affect anything.
Yeah. Okay, but what about his stock? Dude, Stephon Diggs, like, is Nico? Man, that's actually Alex in a tough spot right now with all of the beautiful options that he has. He's in a very tough spot.
So I don't know. Well, I'm not shitting on Alec. He very well could be doing this, but this is a perfect example of why it's not always best to wait until right before the draft to go try to sell somebody off your team.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm hoping that he's talking to somebody and we're exposing his ass right now. So it's everybody watches GobbyTalks. Everybody's going to know. So
this could be positive exposure though. Any exposure is good exposure, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Alec, get your ass in gear and start selling your team. Figure out who you want to keep before it's too late and your guys are no longer working. Okay, so I just decided, since we just picked apart Alec's team, let's just pick apart everybody's team.
All right.
Let's just talk about I'm just gonna kind of go through who do you want to start with after Alec?
Jesse,
get first.
I'm looking at his name right now.
Who?
Jesse,
okay.
Pretty sure
boy.
he also.
Well, okay. First question is, does Jesse keep Josh Allen?
I wouldn't think so, but who knows?
So Josh will be. Fuck, I can't remember. I don't have here. Let me find it.
He's like $30-something to keep. I know that. I don't know why it doesn't show it in history. Oh, Nut's got it right here. What am I doing? I'm sorry, Nut. He has the information right at the top of my.
I know he does.
He's 32.
Is it in GroupMe? Oh, motherfucker!
No,
Nut. Sleeper. Wait, what? You're in sleeper?
Yeah. Well, you can click on the player and then it shows all the. Nut has it pinned as a league note on each keeper player.
How do I see? I don't even know how to see that.
Just type in the player. So like type in Josh Allen, click search, and then
I'm on him.
see this note thing right here? League note.
No, I don't.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I see, dude. It's my app. It's this. It's this tablet version is trash. I can see it on my phone.
Okay.
So okay, 32 bucks. Here, I'll do Brian Robinson, maybe not horrible. 12 bucks for Brian Robinson.
They have Eckler now also.
Oh, fuck,
but still 12 still not bad.
Yeah, 12 for that. Can have Dave Gavis
What's
for 18. Mike Evans, how much does he? Nah,
I think
too
he's
much.
probably like 36 to keep, something like that.
Gogert's too expensive. Could keep Kirk.
How much is he?
Kirk would be $4.
Honestly, that's not okay. So if you're giving me Josh Allen or Kirk, I would rather keep Kirk than Allen. Jesse doesn't have a great keeper.
I would too, like yeah, that's about it. I feel like it's Kirk or Josh, or he buys somebody, or he goes and talks to Alec.
Yeah. What do you think of? All right, so take a guy like Cole Kmet.
Okay.
He's only $4 to keep.
That's that's a thought for sure.
I'm not saying I love it, but I don't really love any of these options. I feel like it's not terrible.
It's so hard. I mean, it's all of them are bets. I mean, Josh Allen's not a bet, but it's a lot of money. I mean, you can probably draft him for that much. Like, do you want to secure the bag? But I mean, he's not going to go. He might go for more, but not that much. Not that much more. It's not like a bargain or anything.
Yeah, that's why I feel like you take the gamble on one of those other guys.
What if Jesse buys? How about this? Jesse buys Kyron from Alec because he's a Rams fan.
I'll stop you right there. Jesse won't draft Rams. No Rams on his team.
Oh, that's right. Is that the other one? Okay. This is actually, I'm glad you said that because this has been stuck in my head. When I drafted the Cowboys defense, I remember Jesse saying, won't ever draft. I have 2 rules: no Rams and no Cowboys. And I could not remember what the first one was. I was like, Jesse will never draft Cowboys, and I can't remember what else he said. And it's been bugging me for almost a year now.
How do you on that? How do you feel about that? If you're Jesse, how do you just in general, just refusing to have a Ram or a Cowboy? Those are 2 of the best offenses in the league that you're refusing to.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it from a fan perspective, and I think, I mean, I won't do that. Like, no, I don't want to load my team up with Cowboys, but I'm not opposed to having a Cowboy on my team if it's going to help me win. I'm playing fantasy football. It sucks to like be stoked when the Cowboys do well, but I can suffer through that if it's going to win me fantasy football games. I do understand the fan in Jesse and being such a lover of the actual game of football that he really enjoys just sitting down and watching football and enjoying rooting for his team and not having to worry about if one of them sucks, then he's pissed that his team doesn't lose. So it changes the way that he watches football. And then he doesn't ever want to ever have anything to do with anything silver and blue. He hates the Cowboys and he does not want to root for them.
Like the gambling, I wouldn't call it a rule, but like, let's say your team's playing and you bet against them, so then you win either way. Like, oh, they lost. Well, I won my bet at least. Or team won. Who cares about the bet? The team won.
Yeah,
I feel like I would just put all my money on the team and either be super happy or super disappointed.
Yeah, and I guess, okay, here's a question. It's similar but opposite to Jesse won't have Rams or Cowboys on his team that, again, they have very good offenses, opposed to a Cody who will have nothing but a Steeler on his team, or Dirtle who wants to collect all these Raiders. He's turning into that. Watch out, Dirtle. Don't turn into COD.
He's already there. So what we call Guru, what we call this is novice fantasy football play.
Yeah. So what's worse? What's worse here?
COD and Dirtle.
Agreed.
Much worse.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
No, what Jesse's doing, I don't necessarily agree with, but it's fine. What the other two are doing, it's fine. It's fine for Diz because he's still kind of a rookie. COD is playing like it's 10 years ago. Hi, Sarah.
Hi. Bye. Busy. To family. All right, that's enough about Jesse. He's got enough. But I'm very curious to see what he does and who he picks and if he does make a move, because I think Jesse might be one person who could be in
Alex ass.
Or just somebody's ass after we here. So Jesse also has, he has $187, so he can't spend a ton. And those guys for Alec would, I'm sure Jesse can swindle Alec with a nice piece of meat or something, All right. So let's move into B. Johns.
Yuck.
That small man. Actually, no, let's not do B. Johns yet. Let's save him for last. Well, no, we already talked about him. Fuck him. I can't fucking wait to punish Brandon.
Yeah, okay. Well, not like we have anything planned out anyways, but Brandon still thinks that his Vegas, what do you think? Which was, put yourself in their shoes. Would you rather have done Cody's punishment or Brandon's punishment in Vegas? You got a good enough idea of what it was.
Well, I guess it's different because if it was, Cody's for sure.
You would rather do that one?
If I was,
You would rather do Cody's?
No, I would rather do Brandon's, especially speaking of like in the scenario at that time. We were still young. Like everybody was trashed. Brandon maybe wasn't. I would have been drunk. It would have been fine for me. It would have just fit into exactly what we were doing in Vegas at the time when we were that age. That's what everybody was doing. So that doesn't seem that bad. Brandon's just a bah humbug and doesn't like to drink and was embarrassed, which sucks for him.
I'll never forget when he put on that banana hammock. He's like, dude, I'm not wearing this. Meanwhile, I don't know who else was with, maybe Trone. And he leaves the room. We're like, didn't look half bad, actually. And then he comes back. He's like, I'm uncomfortable. He puts on like a pair of briefs his grandma must have gotten him like in 8th grade. They're all fucking baggy and gross. And then he puts the banana hammock over there. He's like, I'd feel better in this. I'm like, that's fine, dude, because you look stupid in that. You actually look pretty in the banana hammock.
Yeah, and I wasn't there, but again, I can't necessarily relate because I didn't have that experience of being there. But again, at that age, I think that would have been for me. That would have been fine. It would have been like, fuck yeah, I guess I suck. Like, guess what? I'm in Vegas. I'm trashed. Sure, I'll put on a fucking thing and walk around and have people take pictures with me. I don't care.
Well, and
now I wouldn't want to do that more.
Ish or something. Cody was out there for fucking hour plus,
and the big man gets hot.
The big man was getting kicked off the block. Like,
yeah,
no horses here, no pictures. Fucking gallop away.
And he put in work to go. He was the one initiating all these conversations. Like, Cody did a good job. I think. I don't know. The thing that I think the waxing was the worst. Honestly, I really do think the waxing was the worst. Like, dude, and the way that putting him in a horse suit on the golf course, the way that rattled him and got under his skin was worth every 5 minutes of it happening.
Yeah, I agree. I hope Cody doesn't win it again because I don't really know what else we do. Like,
just
I feel
actually
like
have to have him milk a horse or something. Like,
yeah, it's gonna, because I feel like we both won, like the league and him won each of the punishments from. He was a great sport, but it was also really fun for the league. And
right,
I don't know. That's how it should be. You're probably right. The waxing, especially when he was saying I think he was saying at the last draft how the hair's not growing back exactly.
Yes,
like,
dude. And he was bleeding, bro. Like, dude, that was. Oh man, good thing the mayor was there to oil him up after him, just lather him all nice, big man, oily.
I remember Pitts going down like, I don't know, like I'm not in it. It's like, no, Pitts, you get to fucking put your strips down. He's like, I'll be easy on you, Cody. And then he tears him the opposite way of the hair. I'm like,
yes,
you just fuck this man up, Pitts.
Yes. Yeah. And there was one person who couldn't get the stick on it. And Brandon went real nice and slow, like an ass. But all right, let's let's dissect Brandon's team and Brandon himself. So CJ Stroud is $10.
He's keeping CJ. Done. Do you disagree?
Mostert's $10.
Must start.
Zach Moss is $2 for the Bengals. Where's Joe Mixon now?
He's on.
Dude, I'm forgetting some of these some of these moves.
He's on.
Houston.
Oh, he's on the Texans.
Dude, that is crazy, man. Dude, the Texans are fucking loaded. Also, and they have young, good talent on defense, too.
The Texans, if the Dallas Cowboys left the league and I had to claim a new team, I say the Raiders. I take the Raiders. But that answer is probably going to change to the Texans because that team's fucking exciting. And I like Stroud as a man. I think Stroud's smart.
I think you have some history with the Texans too, with your boy Deshaun getting his ween rubbed, getting that pud pounded.
Did you see his tat? I think.
Yeah, with the Super Bowl ring that didn't have any numbers on it.
That's a bad look, dude. That's
oh my gosh.
Why is he doing that? That's bad. I don't like that at all. That's stupid.
Yeah. Okay, so Brandon has $188. He's gonna keep. He's gonna keep him. He has to, right?
Yeah, he's 100% keeping him because if Stroud's doing what everybody thinks Stroud's gonna do, he then gets him for $20 next year, which will probably be like a $7 to $15 discount, depending on how much he tears it up this next year. So I feel like you got to keep Stroud.
How does Brandon fuck up his season this year? Does his team get hurt or does he just draft like shit?
I think Brandon's biggest weakness is he can't adjust. So
Yeah.
it used to be he plays a certain way, so he would just draft a couple hogs and then he'd get hurt and then he'd be fucked because he can't manage a team. And last year, I actually thought that what the moves Brandon was making were good. Maybe they don't look good now, but while the moves were being made, he was making enough of them to where, you know, like the Gary effect or like you make so many trades that it'll eventually balance out. But if you just make 3 or 4 and 2 or 3 of those are bad, and then you're like, oh, I'm not trading anymore. Okay, well then you don't get to even it out.
Right.
So
exactly.
I actually liked the way that Brandon ran his team last year for the most part. But then once it got down to he's fucked, then he doesn't know what to do. He got into that I'm too scared to do anything now, and that is what fucked him.
Just like almost accept your fate. That's like a big COD move too. Those San Diego boys.
Yeah, the big and the little.
Yeah, dude, it's a game of adjustment. So speaking of, let's move on to my team since it's kind of like a nice transition, which I kind of went the opposite way of what you're talking about, where I thought I made some really good moves at the beginning of the year, and then at the end of the year, absolutely nothing went my way, and everything looked like shit. And it was, that was something. Typically, I don't do that. That's not typically the kind of player that I would be, but I tried it. I've learned a lot from it. And, I know Nut says it a lot, and it's like, you don't need to make a trade just to make a trade. Sometimes you just need to, but it doesn't need to be a big trade. You don't need to make, especially at the trade deadline.
You were trying to splash. You splashed, but you
I
might have been
know,
able to
but I belly flopped.
Less splash.
Yeah. Well, Jamar Chase really fucked me up. That was a bummer. But so I don't have a lot of money. I only have a couple options here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, run me through what you're thinking, since you know your team, obviously.
So I guess the option, I don't have many. And I'm actually bummed about Zach Moss going to the Bengals, but I have Chase Brown, who showed out at the end of the year last year, the running back for the Bengals. I would have him for $10. I got Quentin Johnston, who is a hog, for $6.
That's your keeper. I'm serious. That's probably your keeper.
I mean, maybe, but honestly, like, worst comes to worst, I'll keep Jonathan Taylor for 36.
Okay.
That was always the backup plan if my other plans just didn't work, and it doesn't seem like any of them are working. I know it's not like oh my gosh, that's such a good keeper, but I mean, he's going to go for a lot more. I mean, he's going to be healthy. He's got the horse leader back on track, Shane Steichen, like the offense looked great.
So to your point, I've got the Fantasy Pros running back ranks up for next year. Do you want to take a crack at the top 5?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, top 5, and this is standard, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I don't even know why I asked that, but that's a stupid question. It's because always the first thing that pops up is PPR.
Dude, what's funny is when I was saying it, I was gonna say these are the standard rankings. I'm like, why the fuck would I say that? That's our league?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm asking that. We wouldn't ever be talking about PPR, right? It's almost like when you talk to people, you have to double check about what you're talking about here.
Yeah.
Okay, top running backs. Let's see. Let's make
a game out of it, Guru. Don't look at anything.
I'm not.
You've got 8 tries to guess the 5. So you have 3.
I don't have to name them in order, right?
No.
Okay. Bijan.
Yes. For bonus points, which of the 5 is he?
Bijan is going to be number 2.
Number what?
2.
Correct. No, incorrect. He's 3. So
damn it.
All right, who's your next guess?
Let's see. Thigh Master, AJ Dillon. Kidding.
I'm looking. I was like, ah.
Fuck. Who is? Oh man. Yeah, I need to get my brain back in.
Season. Nobody even fucking knows any of these guys right now. It's out of season.
I know. I'm thinking. So okay, who's Derrick Henry? Not. Well, maybe. Let's go Derrick Henry.
No.
Damn it. Okay, so I got two more misses.
Yep.
Shit. Kyron?
Nope.
Fuck, dude. Can you give me like a hint? Because I'm really struggling here. I mean,
you only named. Come on, Gobby. You've only named.
Well, you said
that right now.
Well, I only have one more miss. You told me I only had 8 guesses, so I can't. I'm about to strike out here.
I know, but you've only named one of them.
Travis Etienne.
No. Christian McCaffrey.
Fuck, dude. Christian McCaffrey. I was gonna say that next.
Etienne first, then McCaffrey. McCaffrey, I'll guess after Etienne. You never know.
It was gonna be my next guess.
Here's your top 5, motherfucker. Christian McCaffrey at 1, Breece Hall at 2, Bijan at 3, your boy Jonathan Taylor at 4.
Damn.
Saquon 5.
Oh, fucking Saquon. I forgot about Saquon. I'm surprised that Breece Hall is number 2. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but I wouldn't expect him to be there. You know, I think maybe he seems like more of a number 5 to me.
It's because there's just not a ton of solid guys. The whole reason I said this was because at first when you said the Jonathan Taylor 36 or whatever, I was like, but dude, I mean, that actually is good because he'd probably be going, I don't know, 50 otherwise, or 50-ish.
50, yeah, who knows?
$12 to $22 by keeping him, something like that.
To get an RB1, like, you know, like that's especially with, I don't have a lot of money, so I don't have the budget to blow. And especially, I think everybody learned from last year, like, we need to buy running backs. The running back market was so low, and Christian McCaffrey for Jaden made so much difference that it's hard to take away from that, you know? So I don't know, unless Willie, I'm still open. I know your Rashi is all fucked. So if you want Quentin Johnston, I'll sell you to him for a nice price. A nice price.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you want to go to next?
I want to go to Sweet Baby Jig.
Oh, Big JJ.
Now that he's off his Justin Jefferson wagon.
Ooh, nice.
Although,
yeah, Jaden's a good
Justin
one.
Jefferson will still be on his team next year, regardless of what he costs. Justin Jefferson will be on his team next year.
Is that fuck, who else has players like that? Who's Brian? Brian always
team.
Huh?
Josh Allen will be on Jesse's team, whether he keeps him or not. He'll have Josh Allen.
It's like Lamar Jackson and Brian, or Saquon Barkley and Brian.
When was the last year Brian had Saquon on his squad?
Last year. He traded Nut for him.
Oh, he traded Nut for him. Did Brian
he drafted him the year before?
Did he, or did I thought Brandon did it? I thought Brandon had him.
Yeah, and then Brandon traded him to Brian. Yeah, so the last 2 years, and then the year before he drafted him.
Brian doesn't want to go right in with the kill. He wants to kind of like watch from the sidelines, like, yeah, you're still my boy. Come on back home.
Yeah, exactly. It's so three years ago he drafted him. 2 years ago, he traded for him. Last year, wait, maybe it was opposite. Maybe last year he drafted him and then traded him to Nut. Am I switching that up? Did Nut have Saquon? When did?
No, not
Who had-
drafted Saquon and Eckler this year as his running backs.
Yeah, right.
Saquon
And then so Nut drafted him and then traded him to Brian because he can't stay away.
Yep.
Can't keep his grubby little hands off those thighs.
Dude, Jaden's
Okay.
keeper's definitely, it's got to be Tank Dell, right? $10.
Well, I don't know. Is it?
Well,
What about Jaden Reed?
Yeah, I guess so. $2 according to everybody. Yeah, he's the greatest thing ever.
Well, dude, okay, think about it though. One, Tank Dell just got shot, so I don't care if he's healthy or not. He just got fucking shot. That's not nothing.
No, actually, I keep forgetting about the Diggs thing. I probably agree with you.
And Diggs, and you know,
I keep forgetting
Jaden
about
Reed. It was his first year with Jordan Love, who is turning out to be at least a good quarterback, and we'll see how good he actually is this year. But I mean, he's competent, and Jaden Reed, they had a good connection coming back next year. I think you have to go Jaden Reed over.
No, I'm with you on that.
I tried to get Jaden Reed from Jaden at the end of the year, and he wouldn't let me. That bully. I can't remember.
Was it actually?
I don't know. Well, I don't think I made an offer. I was just kind of testing the waters of like, hey, will you trade me Jaden Reed? And he was kind of like, I'm just not interested in trading Jaden Reed at the time. So I don't even think it got to a point of me offering anything. But no, it was probably trash what I offered him.
The Trone trade?
Yeah. Oh man. I guess those are his only options, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When does you think Jaden, how many years till Jaden gets his first championship? He's licked the paint a couple times.
I feel like there's a good NBA team, an NBA team that would be a good example here.
The Utah Jazz with Karl Malone and John Stockton.
Oh yeah, old school. Yeah. Because I feel
Shout out Nut.
I feel like Jaden just had his best. The last 2 years were his best years to get it done. I'm not saying he can't get it done next year. It's just the odds of him getting it done were the highest this last year. So
with Justin Jefferson, but I mean, he's proved to be a competent manager. I mean, he has a plan and he sticks to it, but he's not afraid to make some moves when he needs to. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But so again, how many years until Jaden gets his you think he'll get one in 5, 6?
6. That's my answer.
So Jaden has 5 more dry years. No lube.
No lube. Yes.
All right, let's move on. Let's do Trone.
All right.
Oh, those Hagen throbs.
Oh, fucking here comes A-Chan.
I don't know. He could keep Justin Fields for $52. Alex spent $26 on him.
Dude, what the fuck? No, that's the funny shit.
Yeah, it is. That's good. That's good. Well, Alec had he did well. He was my least favorite team at the end of last draft.
Yeah, no, he did. He had a really good year.
A-Chan for 12.
Yeah, that's who it's got to be. How much is Olave? 60. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Taysom Hill for 12.
How about Harrison Butker?
Hey, Butt kicking the women all off the.
Yeah, no, dude, he's definitely
Take Doug's D for 20.
Who?
Doug's D.
Doug's D. Heffa leg shout out. Heffa leg shout out.
Oh, do you think maybe he's thinking about potentially maybe keeping Trevor Lawrence?
No.
Not even the slightest.
I did just see something the other day on the Jags are all in on Trevor Lawrence, and they're like, I forget what the contract was, somewhere around $50 million a year, I think it was.
Yeah.
An extension.
Oh, really? Didn't Peyton just get a T-Law jersey at the beginning of last year too?
Yeah, me and a few of the other boys gifted it to him for his birthday. So he didn't buy it himself.
That's great. But he's still stuck with that. I mean, is he going to sell it or?
I don't know. Part of me, he definitely has a soft spot for Trev. He does. So I don't know. I definitely wouldn't say there's a 0% chance Trev's on his team next year, but he's not going to be his keeper. He's got to go Achane, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a believer in him.
Well, he doesn't have anybody else, and he's at least like.
Yeah, no, I think I agree. I think it's the right choice. I'm just saying I don't know if I believe in Achane too much.
Let me ask you this. If Achane's in the draft, how much would you spend on him?
He would be 31.
Okay. So that's great value. That's 3 times.
For sure. No, I think, but it's, I think the hype on Achane is through the roof. And I think the hype is too much. I think he's a good running back. But he's going to have his big games. He's going to have he's a boomer bust guy. And then he's also proven to be very injury prone, which also scares me.
Yeah. And that other guy I was talking about earlier, Gobby, Jalen Wright. He was a 4th round pick number 120.
That's a running back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But again, between Achane and Mostert, one or both of them are going to be injured within like the first month of the season. So I guess that makes the move, the draft move make more sense for the Dolphins. So I get it.
Yeah, and I don't think if Achane was in the draft, he would not be a big target of mine. And it depends on who else was bidding and how gusto they were about bidding on him. You know, I may even go up to like 26 for him. And it's just because, and I know like I'm talking about keeping Jonathan Taylor and, you know, he got hurt, but I feel like Achane's, he had like a new injury every single week. And he was, you know, it was something different every week too. And then had to take time off. And he's that speedy, jerky guy that is, you know, when he pulls a hamstring, he's fucked.
Yeah. Plus he has two other guys in there with him. Whereas Jonathan Taylor, they literally traded away his solid backup.
Zach Moss.
Zach Moss. Yeah. So
yeah, he was a bargain for me. I got him for $1 and got Brandon Ayuk out of him.
Let's see what he is just for kicks here. What do you think he is on that ranking list?
So the who else do the Bengals have? They have another running back, don't they?
All right. I was talking about Achane. We can do
Achane. Achane, I would say Achane's probably 19.
12.
Whoa. Nice. And yeah, dude, maybe I'm wrong. I guess I think it's a great value, and I don't think he's a bad player by any means. I worry about the durability, and Mostert's infected. I swear any backfield that Mostert's been a part of has been hurt.
Yeah. No,
except for last year when he was stayed healthy. Fuck you, Brandon.
Plus, I don't know if this actually Tron got fucked a couple of times with the team he was playing going off against
For
him.
sure he did. Yeah.
But Achane is one of those guys where, let's say he underperforms.
No doubt.
Here, he's the guy that
Absolutely,
could underperform
for sure.
still literally win you two
100%.
of your 6, 7, 8 victories could be solely from this guy, even if he didn't do well the rest of them. So.
100%. No, I absolutely agree. Yeah. No, and that's how do you want to build your team? And yeah, I mean, he could easily put up 30, 35 points in a game. Who's next?
He's a fun guy. He's a fun guy.
Yeah, mushrooms.
Yes.
Nice.
All comes back to the mushrooms, Guru.
You said fun guy. Fun guy. That's
I got you.
Yeah. Picking up what I'm putting down. All right, who's next?
Let's go trike.
The tricycle. I'm excited for this year for trike. I'm glad that he had a year under his belt and he got through it unscathed, and so he's not afraid. He made a lot of moves and not a ton. Go ahead. No, you really want to speak, so you go ahead.
He's the perfect example of the guy that I'd give him major props for last year, because the first trade that he did, I think it was that Zay Flowers,
Ramondre Stevenson,
or Ramondre, yeah. He was shit on. He was already, in the league. I don't think he was watching a ton of football when he was out of the league either. So he's coming in, makes a move, the first move of the year from anybody, immediately just gets shit on. And what did he do? He kept making more moves, and he actually had a weirdly decent season.
Yeah, I know. He made the playoffs.
Fuck that, didn't he?
Yes, he made the playoffs, Calvin.
Fuck, yeah, okay, yeah, he had a good season. I was just thinking of I know his average points were always low.
I know, but no, I agree. That pissed me off that I didn't make the playoffs and Mike did. I was very upset at the trike for that.
Yeah, so if I'm trike, I'm feeling good after that year. But if he would have stopped trading after he was shit on for that first one, he would not have gotten to that point.
It's kind of, it's like what you were talking about with, I made a couple bad trades. I'm just going to stop because they suck and I don't make more to even them out, Yeah. And I think for a minute, I thought Mike had I don't even know what was on his team. It was third string guys. Wasn't he starting Cam Akers and Royce Freeman at the same time or something?
Oh, Royce, baby.
Or not Cam Akers because he was hurt. Who's Daryl Henderson and Royce Freeman at the same time? You're down bad when you're starting two running backs from the same team.
Been there.
Well, wasn't there a game last year where Cody, or it was either Cody or Brandon, had every single one of his bench players was on bye?
I think Brandon had a game last year where he had to start. I think he started like 3 or 4 Ravens, or Gus Edwards. Who's the other guy's name?
I can never remember his name.
Me neither. You know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's one of those guys who's very forgettable for me.
Justice Hill.
Justice Hill, yeah.
And maybe it was just those two. But yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right, so Mike traded away Puka, got a bunch of money. We'll get to Puka.
I'm not speaking on Puka.
We'll get to Puka. Okay, so we got James Conner for too much. Rashid Shaheed
Nah,
for $2.
I guess for $2. I like Pittman for 16.
Pitman Chan.
Yeah. Or how much is London here? Oh shit. No. Okay.
Hate the Drake.
He doesn't have a lot. Well, how much was Hollywood?
Royce Freeman.
Yeah, but you'd have to keep him for 10.
That's a steal.
Fuck, dude, he drafted everybody too. These guys are, yeah, there's not really a good
Pittman.
I like Pittman. I like Pittman for 16.
He was wide receiver 25 last year.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So just for kicks, I'm on the Fantasy Pros for wide receiver ranks.
For this year for him?
Yeah. Pittman is ahead of.
Hang on. Yeah, let me guess.
Okay.
Let me guess the number. I'm guessing Pittman is 21.
Nice. 23.
Sweet. He's ahead of who?
Okay, here's some of the guys, notable guys he's ahead of. Terry McLaurin, Calvin Ridley, Keenan Allen, Zay Flowers, Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, Cooper Kupp, George Pickens, COD. Those are some good guys he's ahead of. I like that for $16.
That's an interesting. I'm surprised Cooper Kupp's that low. Yeah, I'm not buying it, but we'll who else? The first few that you listed, I get because they don't have anybody throwing them the ball.
Yeah.
Like you can't trust Will Levis. I mean, maybe you can. Who knows? Maybe Will Levis is the truth.
I mean, Zay Flowers went for 9 last year and was passed. Everybody was obsessed with Zay Flowers for 9 last year. What do you think Zay goes for this year?
13.
And would you rather have Pittman or Zay?
Pittman.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree. No, it's hard to trust anything in the past game from.
I'm just saying, like, if I bet Pittman goes for 20 to 25, otherwise, so
yeah, for sure.
There.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to trust anything in the passing game for the Ravens except for Mark Andrews.
Yeah,
and Zay Flowers is good, but it's not like. I mean, you're not spending that. I wouldn't spend that much money on him. You know, the hype is there.
OBJ couldn't get going.
Huh?
Even our boy OBJ couldn't even get going in that offense.
Oh, sad. Sad. Is he even on a team?
Yeah, someone just I think the Dolphins signed him. Pretty sure. Check it. Yeah, Dolphins.
Yeah, the Dolphins. B. Johns, buddy.
That's a good team for him.
It'll last a couple months.
Yeah.
What a weird career that man has had. All right, let's move on to Redmond.
Redmond? The mayor? Let's see. The fat rat.
Baker, buddy. I think you got your guy. $10.
Boomer Sooner.
Oh man, the Mayor Red Ratmond.
Dude, Mayor's got some guys here. He's got DC4 on the bench. The man's got options.
Oh my gosh, dude, DC4, that has to be licking the chops. $10, steal. The man of God himself, steal. $10 for God? Are you kidding me?
No, that's a
Get it
cheap
while
price for God. Very
Get it
cheap
while
price for God. Holy shit.
Get it while you can before Dirtle slurps that up. We got Dalton Schultz.
He doesn't have shit. Does he even have
Dalton-
one decent keeper?
Dalton Schultz for 4.
Oh, yeah. That's probably it. That's his guy right there. The rest of this team is nothing. What's Trey McBride?
Dude, Jeff Wilson, $4. Coming soon.
Coming soon in a bed near you.
I don't know. That DC 40
Get it? Because he's not going to do anything. He's masturbating. He's masturbating.
Oh,
It's a
what
masturbation.
about or Trey McBride for 10?
Meh. No.
Yeah, dude,
Okay,
the Texans
we're
are
coming
fucking
from
loaded.
under.
It's honestly, it's like it's the Texans are almost a team that is hard to buy into because they have such an abundance of riches that it's hard to know who's going to get fed. I mean, unless they're just the absolute most dynamic team. I know, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, the Dolphins were like that for a while last year. It's Tyreek, all the running backs, Jalen Waddle would do okay, but
They have an abundance of riches, but also those riches are in weird stages of their career. So Diggs is a guy that's like, how good is he still? But then you have Nico and Tank Dell, like, well, they were fucking good last year.
How good are they?
Yeah. So like, how bad is Diggs and how good are these other guys? How good is Schultz? So I feel like the team's fantastic. But for fantasy, it's tougher than you would think to kind of like.
I know it's again. I'm with you. It has to be the right move. I mean, again, it's not a bad move to take Dalton Schultz for $2. I mean, he would go for over 10. I would say
Something around there.
maybe about 10.
Yeah, 8 to 12 in there, something in there. So we've already gone over like 2 or 3 teams that have no keeper. There better be some fucking trades happening before the draft.
Well, how about this?
Keepers.
Red Redmond has a lot of money. He's got $218. Alec has no money. He's got 156. So
Let me ask you this, Gobby. Let me ask you this. So let's say that Alec keeps Laporta. If you're the mayor, how much are you paying to get Nico or
Kyron.
Yeah.
I would pay more for Kyron, especially in Red Redmond's case,
What is more?
because
I want to know what the number is. Like how much? Like
well,
what are you paying for him? And then you have to keep him for 10 also. But Red has money.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to spend a lot of money on a keeper. If I have Dalton Schultz for $2, like I would probably pay. I'd pay $10 to maybe $15 for Kyron.
Okay.
And so that would make him $20 to $25. Like I still want to get a bargain. I know, like when I was talking to Jesse and we were talking about how much he would sell some of his players for. He's like, no, dude, like I'm not giving you a 1-up. I'm not giving you a better chance. Okay, fine. If I need money, if I'm Alec and I need money, I mean, and Christian really wants a dynamic guy. I mean, maybe 20. I feel that. And then you get a RB1 for $30. It's kind of like in the boat that I'm in. It's like it's not the best deal, but at least you're getting a bargain on something that is still kind of up. I mean, running backs are always up in the air as to, how dominant they're actually going to be, And
you'd still have if he works out, he's still $20 the next year, which is technically less than what you would have fucking spent on
Exactly.
it. Or so he's even cheaper the next year. So yeah. I'm with you.
I guess I didn't even think about the. I mean, how much would you spend on him? If you didn't have a keeper, how much would you spend on Kyron to keep him for $10? And have the potential of one, if he is actually that fucking good, you can keep him for $40 the next year when he would go for 70.
Okay, so my answer might seem a little weird. So if I had full money, I would actually do less. And if I had less money, I would be willing to trade more. So like what you were saying, if I didn't have 250 to spend, yeah. If I was in the 150, 180 range, I would be more apt to trade for Kyron, throw 15, $20 at Alec and get Kyron.
Okay, so if you have, like, let's say you're at 221. Here's okay, scenario. You have Peyton's money. You have 221. You have 0 keepers. You do not have anything. You have to look. You either don't have a keeper, you're going to go into draft without a keeper, which, again, I will voice my opinion till the day I die. I think is a stupid fucking idea. And it's not fun. That's the best. That's the biggest thing. It's not fun and it's dumb. Go get somebody for a discount. Doesn't matter what it is. Get them for a discount. You save some money to get a decent player. Doesn't matter if it makes a splash. If you don't have anything, buy somebody for cheap. But let's say you have Peyton's money, 221, no keeper. You're in the market. Alex says, hey, do you want to buy Kyron? You have $221, no keeper. How much? What's your opening offer and what are you leaning to?
My opening offer is 8 to 10, and I would go 15, 17 max.
Okay, so then he says no. Are you going to go into the draft without a keeper?
No, I would just go grab a keeper. I don't think
everybody has all the. You have to buy somebody. Like if you don't have a keeper, everybody knows you're desperate.
Yeah, but there are guys that are like okay. Say there's a defense. Say there's a defense that's an actual good defense, like one of the top 3-4 defenses from last year. I would rather throw a couple bucks at somebody, like $2 or $3, to just keep a defense for $2 than go into the draft with no keeper.
So you wouldn't pay more than 17 for Kyron, even though he's a potential for a keeper for another year for a really good deal.
Yeah, but he's costing me 20.
I guess never mind. Yeah, because it's $10 and then it would be $20 next year. So you're spending $30 on Kyron for 2 years, and then you add whatever. It's actually a good way to look at it. How many years are you keeping him for? And how much are you paying in total? So like for Kyron, it's for the next 2 years is $30 for 2 years. So that's $20 a year. It's almost like you average it out. So $20 a year plus whatever you're willing to pay. So then it would be $30 for 2 years. So it's $15 a year plus. If you're saying $20 is absolute max, then that's $25 for Kyron Williams for 2 years.
Yeah, but here's the issue. So if this was pre-draft, I would be more likely to spend get closer to that 20 mark or be around that 20 mark. But post-draft, they got Blake Corum. They obviously like him. They used an early-ish pick, 3rd-round pick or something on him, and he's supposedly good. So, and they don't have to pay. He's on a fucking rookie deal. So I don't like Kyron for more than 1 year.
I mean, how much would you?
I like Kyron for next year, let alone the year after. So
how much would you draft him for? What do you think his ADP is for draft? Like, what do you think he goes for in the draft this year? Not what you think you would pay. What you think he goes for?
Yeah. I bet he goes close to 40, and I'd pay mid-20s.
Yeah, I think he's over 40.
Okay.
Personally, I think he's like 43.
The Blake Corum thing really, not because I like
it's
Blake
weird,
Corum,
dude. Yeah, that's weird to me too.
Well, and part of it also, it's not necessarily just.
Well,
It's also,
okay.
it's part of how Kyron got his spot. Also, if he was a top pick, I wouldn't give a fuck about Blake Corum or whatever. But the fact that he was like in the muddy waters for so long, couldn't do anything, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh my God, you're spending all your draft dollars on him," and then he becomes a league winner. Like, I don't know.
Like a
Was that
Philip Lindsay,
was that just a good year?
like a Philip Lindsay.
Yes. Great comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what scares me. So I'm no longer a big Kyron guy. I wasn't big to begin with, but I liked him.
Yeah, but it's also hard to like, with how the NFL is now, with these dual backfields, I mean, who's Kyron's backup? Is it Darrell Henderson still?
Ronnie Rivers, baby.
Ronnie Rivers. I mean, dude, a lot of these teams have dual backfields, and there is one guy who dominates. I mean, you can let's think of examples of Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. Like you still want Bijan Robinson on your team, and I get it that he was like this undrafted guy. I understand your perspective. The Philip Lindsay.
No. But hold on. No, I'm coming. I'm coming a different way on that. So Bijan and Algier, that's a team they basically had no quarterback. So they're doing all the Arthur Smith running shit. The Rams is the exact opposite of that. They have a quarterback and they have juicy wide receivers. So I don't necessarily know if there's enough to go around for a two-headed monster plus Puka, Cooper
Well, that's
Kupp.
what I'm saying. That's like what I'm saying. I'm saying like, what's his name from Seattle and Charbonnet. Charbonnet is the backup. Maybe Blake Corum is the Charbonnet. With Charbonnet's like he had some decent hype. Like he wasn't bad, but he's not the guy. Like
I like that comparison too.
Who's the guy? Who's Kenneth Walker? Thank you, Calvin. Yeah. I love how Dan Patrick always says Junior the Third. You ever heard him say that? Says like Russell Wilson Junior the Third.
It sounds stupid.
It is stupid, and he knows it, but it's a little shtick he does. It's good. But yeah, it's like that. I mean, dude, trust me. If anybody was a non-believer of Kyron last year, it was me. And even when he continued to do it, I was just like, dude, at some point he's going to stop. And he didn't stop. And so it's like, and you're talking about, all the mouths to feed. What? Puka. I mean, he did it last year. They haven't changed their offense. It's the same guys. I mean, they didn't add anybody, did they? There's no other. They didn't have like a big offensive weapon signing.
No, but they didn't. But they didn't have another running back that was any good.
Again, well, that's why. And Kyron got hurt last year because they didn't have a running back that was any good. So they got one guy that can fill in, like Zach Charbonnet, to give Kenneth Walker some time, who tends to get hurt when he takes too much of the load, like Kyron did last year.
This is okay. This is what I think. So I think a Kyron owner might not want to hear this, but I think Kyron and Blake Corum at the end of next year, Kyron and Blake Corum will be similar to Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears.
Well, yeah,
they're worse, but that's my point. I don't think it'll be that far off. So, like, I don't
know. Well, I think think Spears is going to be good.
Okay,
hold on.
No. Hold on. No. Okay, so you think so? I'm not saying Spears isn't going to be good, but it's a little weird they went and got Pollard, and so obviously the Rams like Corum. They spent a third-round pick on him, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I don't like drafting those guys, and I'm saying I don't like drafting Kyron for the same fucking reason. I'd take Kyron for the right value, but with our league, somebody's gonna blow their wad on him if Alec worked to keep him, and I'm not touching that whatever number he goes for.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a long time. That was only Red Redmond. We got into that little spell just on the mayor.
Fuck. Well, that's the
Maybe.
mayor.
All right. Who do you got next?
Let's go dirt.
Oh. Do we have to?
Yeah, we'll make it quick. We don't want to look at him too long.
Oh, he's got that shit packer. Great trade, Diz. Holy shit. What a great trade. A great keeper price for that penny packer. Oh, what a beautiful morning it is for you. Oh my gosh. It'll go down in the books as maybe one of the best trades ever made on your side. Paying to give away your best player to keep somebody who real just good for you, Diz. I'm proud of you, buddy.
I'm not talking anymore on that fucking. I'm done. I'm done with that trade.
Oh boy.
His keeper is okay. Let's make this easy. His keeper is 100% Zamir White. So just how do we feel about Zamir White?
How do you know that? What about Jacoby Myers?
Zamir's $2. And he's their starting running back. They didn't draft anybody.
Yeah. Well,
so I like Zamir White for a $2 keeper. I think that's a great keeper. But what I'm
I think both of them are decent.
Huh?
I think both of them are decent.
Well, how much is
Zamir White? Jacoby Myers is $4. I think that's a good price for him too.
Oh, he's only $4. I was thinking he was closer to 10.
No, he's only $4. Yeah, both of those I think are really, I mean, he has to take a Raider. He's Cody 2.0.
Yeah.
He could take Rondale Moore for $2.
No, Rondale had his one hurrah with Willie, and he's gonna be laid down to.
Yeah, but Willie will draft him every year. If he wanted to draft him last year, but whoever drafted him took him from
him. Speaking of Willie, he also has that Okonokwo.
Okonokwo.
Yeah.
So, what about him?
Nothing. No, this is my question, bro. So let's say Zamir White, everything is okay. So you got Zamir White, RB1 on the Raiders. They've already said it. Alexander Madison, and then they have literally nobody behind those two.
Yeah.
How much would you pay for Zamir White if he was in the draft?
Maybe 32, 34.
Oh, that's okay. That's high.
Maybe not. I don't know. I would have to think. It's a starting running back with a backfield by himself. I mean, if you have a guy, I guess maybe not that high. Yeah. I mean, that's what did Rachaad White go for last year? It'd be a similar situation.
I like that comparison. Yeah,
he went for 24. Somewhere, mid to high 20s. If I had to, I would stretch to a little bit over 30 if I was desperate.
Okay.
Because it's very similar to a Rachaad White. It's like I don't know the guy, I don't love the guy, but he does have a backfield to himself, and that's worth something.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that for $2 a starting running back.
Yeah. No,
in this case, also on his favorite team, like there's no going wrong. That's just a perfect keeper for him.
Yeah, Death Nation.
I'm glad he's keeping him.
Death Nation. Do you think he's going to draft Calvin Ridley this year?
No, I don't think so. I think he's just. I don't think he would take Calvin Ridley for $5. I think he's like.
Yeah. What about Tony Pollard?
I don't know. I don't think Tony Pollard is completely dead to Diz. I don't think he would be a target, but I don't think he would be on Diz's do not draft list.
Ridley is.
Yeah, I think Ridley's on the list.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just my
okay, let's do Brian.
Shimmering Shimer.
Chances that Saquon Barkley ends on his team by the end of the year at some point or the other.
100%. I think the better
No
question
doubt
is,
about
does
it.
Brian draft Saquon,
Yeah.
or does he seduce him later?
Dude, I'm excited for Saquon this year. I really hope that I'm excited for Saquon and I'm excited for Derrick Henry. And I
Yeah.
know Derrick Henry's on his way out, but like, let's give him, he's got 2 more really good years in him. Put him on a team that knows how to run the football, that has good supporting people. Same thing with Saquon, just he has more years.
Yeah.
And I don't know how good he's going to be. It's going to be hard to see how he fits into the offense. I think it's pretty clear that Derrick Henry is going to be a big part of the offense, him and Gus. But the Ravens run.
Yeah. I think assuming neither gets hurt, the nice thing about them is they both have very high floors.
Right. I mean, dude, I know I drafted Derrick Henry he was, I think, the most expensive. I paid $56 for him, but he was like the number 4 running back. I mean, he was top 5.
Yeah, no, you can't, that's a win. That's a win.
For sure. It was a quiet top 5 because the Titans sucked, but okay. So we got James Cook. Nope.
Let's see.
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
No. $37. Brandon.
A
Who does
potential.
he have? DeAndre Swift.
How much is he to keep?
22.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, I like Christian Watson for what the fuck?
8?
What is he? 8. I like that. Yeah, I like that better than.
Damn, Brian's another one who doesn't really have a great. I mean, I guess Christian Watson, but he's again one of those guys. Like last year is hard to get through. He was hurt and then he played like ass and then he had 2 good games and then he got hurt again and they're hamstrings and he's a fast guy. Hamstrings on fast guys are hard to trust.
Yeah.
Potential to be absolutely dynamic, but who knows?
What do you think about a now I also know Brian loves him. DJ Moore. There's more mouths to feed there, but he did finish wide receiver number 6, and he's a $32 keeper.
I guess. So
that's kind of in that Josh Allen, Jesse range.
I don't know, man. Is DJ Moore really that good?
I don't like him at all.
I mean, I like him. I think he's good, and I like DJ Moore on my team. I don't think he's wide receiver 6 good. I wouldn't pay wide receiver 6 money for him in the draft.
No. But the Bears are going to have all this hype around them. And so there's going to be, it's just a matter of which Bear is it going to be. Somebody is going to get a Bear, and it's going to be like, it's going to get them multiple wins, and it's going to be like it's something we can point to at the end of the season. It's just a matter of which Bear is it going to be.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past Brian to keep DJ Moore because for some reason Brian and Nutt have this just romantic relationships with these Bears players. I wouldn't doubt if both of them are eyeing Caleb Williams this year.
Oh,
because with the Darnell Mooney thing 2 years ago, they were obsessed. They were both obsessed with Darnell Mooney. A few years ago, they were both obsessed with Justin Fields. I mean, they needed Justin Fields. And DJ Moore, Caleb Williams.
I don't know where the whole Bears thing comes from because just how the league kind of says, Jets are going to jet, Browns are going to brown. The Bears are in that same category for me.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're on the Chicago Bears, I'm not drafting you. It's been my motto for 3-4 years, forever, really.
I would have had who's a running back before Matt Forte?
Okay. Oh, before Matt Forte?
No, Matt Forte. I just remembered. Yeah, he was good.
He was good. I drafted him with my like top pick when we were still doing or before auction. He got hurt like week 5 and I got fucked.
That'll teach you.
Yeah, that's
I'll teach you
fair.
nice and right.
Yeah.
Teach you nice and right. So I guess, yeah. Brian probably doesn't. Oh no, Brian has money, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. Does he?
I think he's
Nope.
got no,
He's
he
got
doesn't.
154.
Yeah, he's not keeping DJ Moore for 32.
He's not? You think it's Christian Watson again?
Yeah. Considering I think if Brian had max cash, he'd go DJ Moore 32. Because he has no cash, he'd go Christian Watson 8. Which I think that's the correct move.
Yeah. All right, who next?
Who have we not done here?
We haven't done you. We haven't done Nut. We haven't done
COD,
Willie.
We
We haven't done COD. That's it.
Okay, so we got 4 left. Let's go me first. I don't want to end on me, and mine'll be fucking quick, Gobby.
Okay, so what do we have for options?
My
here?
fucking keeper.
What do we have for options?
Anybody in the league?
Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see. Again, I don't think Puka is going to be bad. Again, I think he's going to be Chris Godwin, and that's not a bad player to have, but it's not the splash, and it's kind of the same as these other guys. I mean, it is a really good deal, and you take it every day. But he's not going to be as good as everybody thinks he's going to be, and put a stamp on Gobby's chest for it. He's
okay, Gobby. Hold on. Write this down,
dude. I'm not going to save it. I can't. I don't save papers. I throw them away. You write it down.
I'll save it. Put the date on it. Take a picture. We can come back right to it. What? Puka Nacua will finish as wide receiver blank at the end of the season. What do you
got? Wide receiver 19. Wait. Put yours on there, you dick.
I'll go 9.
I wanted to give you a range of 19 to 21. I almost said 20, but I didn't like it. I wanted to give you a prime number because it's gross.
All right, you got 19. I got 9.
Yeah.
Either way,
well, I'm just excited to have you draft with a fuck ton of money and still just rip your team apart after the draft. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, we'll fucking see, Gobby.
Rico Dowdle for $42.
Rico Dowdle, baby. Rico Dowdle's a fucking lifesaver.
Oh boy, this is our year. Jerry, bend over.
Rico's not going to touch the field now that Zeke's back.
Oh boy, the gerbil's back. The hamster, the running hamster. Oh my gosh. And Dak Prescott, oh my gosh, dude, what a guy. Holy shit. That jawline is fantastic. Can say a lot more about that than his arm and winning abilities in clutch circumstances, because you can get there, but you can't move on.
I don't even disagree. Just move along.
Well, it's always good to do that. Okay, let's get into, do you want to do, who do we end with? We got Willie. We
finished with Nut. Nut's our winner, and we want him to lose.
You know what? I love it because whoever did you do the ending thing with me? Whoever did the ending. Oh, when we did, fuck. No, I ripped apart some people and we waited for Nut for the end, and Nut responded. He's like, I had to wait and listen to that whole shit to hear you guys talk about me.
Yes.
Welcome back, Nut. Welcome back.
2.5 hours later.
Uh-oh. Hang on.
Damn, speaking of speaking of Butker, I can smell the food cooking out in the kitchen right now, Gobby. Somebody's doing good work out there.
Hell yeah. That's what they're made for, right? That's what they're made for. Okay, so nuts last. You get to wait. So 3OD or Willie Wilson.
Let's go Willie.
I agree. Oh, he's got Zeke.
He's got Zeke.
16 bucks.
How much?
16.
I don't hate it.
Oh, oh my
RB1,
God.
baby.
What
RB1.
a steal.
We got to beat out Rico Dowdle and Royce Freeman.
Oh, but Rico, buddy. Rico.
The Cowboys have too many hogs. Who do I root for? Freeman, Rico, or Zeke? They're all too good. What's Brees? Brees
Do you
is
think, okay, so here's actually a good question. Do you think that it's still worth it to take Rashee Rice and wait 6 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever he's suspended for, and then you get him for the rest of the year, but then you get him for $4 the next year, and you get him for $8? It's the Higgins system.
Yeah, I think on a different team, different situation, I've played this game for 3 fucking years. What are you asking me right now, Gobby? What are you asking me? That is my game. That is my game. It doesn't work. Deshaun.
Oh God.
For 3 fucking years.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it on the Chiefs because nobody has proven to be like solid. Plus they drafted that. No, I don't like that at all. I don't like it at all.
Okay. I see you're real worked up here.
It just the Chiefs don't produce anybody consistent, so it's just going to go around. They draft a wide receiver, so I don't know. I don't like that.
I mean, and then you got Zay Flowers, $9, $18 for Zay. Is that even? I mean, that's. I don't even know if you're making. You might spend more than that, or that you might spend less than that to draft him, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Dalton Kincaid for 10. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like Willie's options. Honker Hands for 16.
It's that Brees Hall for 38.
Yeah, so that's kind of the same thing that I'm doing, right? Like it's exactly like cool. It's not a great deal. You're probably saving money. It's it's not going to be a ton of money, but you get a good RB1 for a discount price. I mean, what you said, Brees Hall was number 2.
Yeah,
wild.
And he finished 7th last year with that shitty Aaron Rodgers-less Jets team.
Yeah, well, it's like that Aaron Rodgers hype is real.
Yeah.
Just watch out for the Hat Man. That sucks, dude. I do feel for Willie because I know he was going in. Okay. I know. Well, that's what your toxic waste is for here, Willie, is because your team is toxic waste without your beautiful plan of Rashee Rice. And oh man, I can't wait for you to be in the bottom again. It's going to be so beautiful. It's always beautiful. So I don't know. It has to be Brees Hall, right?
Hopefully he doesn't try to quit.
Well, yeah, right. I know. He is. What a dick. You're like the people that we hate on Survivor. Like till 242, maybe Willie's in the market. It's actually funny as we're going through this. The only person that I've really felt that has a chance to sell is Alec. There's nobody else that really has any. I guess we didn't look through your team. I don't know if you have any secret keepers that you can sell off. But
I don't.
Yeah. Well, Willie, you got a big decision to make because it's basically Brees Hall, Dalton Kincaid for not great prices. I mean, you'll save not even Kincaid probably, but Brees Hall for a little bit of a discount, or Zay Flowers for buy it now price, or you take a chance on Rashee Rice to be not Antonio Brown or Henry Ruggs. Okay, COD, big man.
Yeah, speaking of Antonio Brown.
The big man. Dude, congratulations, buddy. I'm glad that we don't have to punish you this year. He's got to be keeping the horse leader, right?
Yep. What is he, $10? 12.
12. Which is, it's also one of those, it's like, I mean, hopefully.
So COD, I could be wrong. The impression that I get from COD is he thinks keeping horse hands for $12 is like the fucking steal of the draft.
Well,
like I don't mind the keeper, but I don't think it's like fucking amazing.
No fucking shit. Guess what? I guess who else was the steal of the draft last year? George Pickens.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think we can take I think we can take COD's feelings on how much of a bargain that you're getting for somebody with a couple grains of salt there.
Yeah, he's 100% keeping horse hands or whatever the fuck his name is.
Horse leader.
Horse leader. Sorry, yeah, horse
Anthony
leader.
Richardson. It has to be, unless you take Sittons again for $20, which that was his whole thing though. That's why it was such a good deal. So Cody, follow up.
Exactly.
Follow up
you guys understand. Yeah, it's 10 this year, but next year it's only 20. By that time,
double down, COD.
What?
Double down, buddy.
Yeah, I love to see it. Even if he doesn't keep him, I still want Pickens on COD's squad. Even if he doesn't.
I mean, either Russell Wilson or Justin Fields will end up on his team at some point.
Yeah.
He's probably going to draft Frey. Probably going to draft him, and who knows? Somebody else will be on the team. He'll find a way to put Emmanuel Sanders on his team. Like, all right, let's go, Nut.
What's he got, Gobby? What's he got?
He's got a big load of shit.
Good.
Oh boy, he's got Jarrett Stidham, which is fuck, dude. That's is he starting? I think he's planning on starting week 1 over Bo Nix, I think.
I don't like that.
I mean, he's got to take Garrett Wilson.
Yeah,
for
that's
4.
his son.
Fuck his son.
I think Garrett Wilson will be on Nutt's team regardless of whether Rodgers is good or bad or gets hurt or retired. Yeah. I think Garrett Wilson will be on Nutt's team next year for $8, the year after for $16, and the year after for $32. Garrett Wilson will be 3 more years in that squad.
I think I agree with you minus the 32. I think Nutt does have his sons and the people that he really fucking attaches himself to.
Yeah.
Darnell Mooney again. But Garrett Wilson's actually good. And Nutt, I think, is a secret closet Jets fan because he's around it so much and he got to go in the field and do all this shit. So having that Garrett Wilson on his team connects him to his community. And so
I like that. Yeah.
He's the community son for Nutt that connects him with his friends back home and his new friends in New York. It's all
the community son. The community son. That's good.
The community son. And so I agree, but I do think that Nutt does have enough savvy that he is not going to overspend on anybody. Stop
right there. Nutt
except for Pookie.
No. Nutt loves to give shit people on keepers. Nutt's not good with his keepers.
Dude, I actually, now that you say that, the Pookie keeper,
So fucking bad. That was a
I mean,
B-John move. That
dude,
was a
that's
B-John. The second that happened, that was
all
that
right.
had B-John written all over it.
Okay, so let's hang on. Is that potentially the worst keeper of all time?
Yeah, wasn't it like $40 or something?
It was like 46, 42,
Yeah.
46, over $40.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a lot of money. He was broke that year.
And notice, Nut always loves to push the keeper narrative. He keeps the little tracking coming through. The reason he knows so much about it is because that is a weakness in his game. He's not good with, with keepers.
Keepers and kickers.
Keepers and kickers, not for Nut.
Dude, yeah, I think that might be. I can't. There's not even another keeper that comes to mind that was that bad.
Nope.
I mean, nobody. That's the most anybody's spent.
Anybody else that's been a bust has been like $10, not
Exactly
40.
right. I think that's the most anybody's ever spent on a keeper.
Yeah, what did Dill spend last year on Jamar?
Jamar?
I don't think it was that much, but it was close.
Also, I don't know. I feel like it's very. I feel like that's different.
It is different, dude. It is different. Pookie's on a fucking bro. I don't understand. Like, it's. I mean, I realize that get obsessed.
He spent $36 on him on Jamar Chase.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Pookie
for sure
is not. Yeah, Pookie's way worse.
Yes, 46. Way worse. And Jamar was good. It wasn't like, yeah, Dill spent a lot, but he wasn't the Jamar that he should have been because of Joe Burrow, but he was good.
That Puka, that was at the Primeville draft, wasn't it? Or not Puka, fucking Pookie. Pookie, that was the Primeville
draft. Your mind. Right? Get that Puka out of here. That piece of trash. Send him back to the islands.
I can't.
Pookie, yeah, that was Primeville, because I remember that was like the first time I feel like that we did like a team meeting at the beginning.
Yeah, I think it was.
And we all sat in the circle and we announced our keepers, and Nut very loud and proudly with his chest puffed up. I'm gonna keep Pookie, and let me tell you why. And then just continues to roster bait on, yeah. And then he figured out a way to swindle some people into some good trades, like he always does. But yeah, probably worst keeper of all time. So
I'm glad we ended on that.
Same.
Worst keeper of all time.
Yeah, worst keeper of all time. And honestly, if there's somebody else that has a better one, please let's talk about it, because as Calvin said, like, not every keeper has been good or worth it, but the amount of money, like the difference and how bad it was for you, it has to be the worst. I can't even remember other bad keepers.
Gobby, this is that little nugget you drop at the end of the show, so that way you can tell who actually listens all the way through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big play.
And somebody's gonna spill the beans. Nut's gonna get on here. He's gonna be all pissed. And he's gonna be like, "Dude, the first show back, you're already doing this. You're giving me the trophy. Maybe we should carve it on your championship ring, Nut. Worst keeper of all time." And I hear Nut's doing this. He's like, "Dude, keeper, it doesn't even fucking matter. Like, I end up doing good anyway. It doesn't matter, Nut. You have the worst keeper of all time, buddy." Put that in the record books on the website. Worst keeper of all time.
That's going on the website, Nut. Come on.
Oh, well, he got hurt. Exactly. Worst keeper of all time. Oh, that's so good. Well, have fun with your son, Nut. Community son. Community connecting son, I feel. Community connecting son. It bridges your home friends with your community friends. And
CCS.
Yeah.
CCS.
Oh, that's good. All right, well, that's everybody. So, who wins the league next year?
Me?
Me. Me, bitch. Okay, so actually, that's a stupid argument. Who's gonna lose next year?
Okay, I like this. Well, let me give you two pairs. So
Not apples.
between yeah, between Alec and Diz, one of those two will be in the Sacco or be fending. There'll be a poo boy. There could be
I
both,
agree.
but at least one of the two will be down there. And then Jaden or Jesse, one of those two will also be down there.
It's the
Reasoning:
start of
Alec and Diz. If you look at the stats, you know from entering the league, their records are way too good for just entering. So
they have to go down at some point.
yeah, my bet is they both suck ass this year, but
Hell
at
yeah.
least one of them will suck ass. And then Jaden and Jesse, they have had the best keepers in the league for 4 years now. 5 years, yeah. So their floor has been so high because they always have the best keeper. So one of those two, not going to be good next year. Could be both.
All
also.
right.
But those are my picks.
I like that. I like that reasoning. I think I think you're right with Jaden or Jesse being bad. I think they'll squeak out of the Sacco finals. I do think you're spot on with Diz and Alec, and I really don't know who to pick because both years that Alec's been in the league after draft day, I look at his team. I'm like, dude, what did you do? Like, what is going on? And then he continues to shock the world. So, I mean, and Diz is just very good at being mediocre and having a couple good games. He's very similar to you.
You learn from the best, Guru.
Yeah, he's very similar to you. So I'm gonna go with my boy Dirtle at the bottom, meeting up with, and I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like it's been coming for a decent amount of years. I think the bottom is going to be Brian.
Ooh.
And I'm sorry, buddy, but if the past has taught us anything, last year you started with a bunch of money and you had a great team. The previous 3 years, when you started with not very much money, it's been a struggle. And I feel like you've done a good job of hanging on. The strings are about to snap. And so it's going to be a Dirtle and Scheimer Sacco.
I like that. I'm cool with that.
I think that's going to be the case. And I think
who takes it? Who's taking it home between those two? You got.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I'm gonna say that Dirtle takes it home. I think, dude, I don't know. I have a feeling that he's gonna. I mean, as he always does. Again, he learns from the best. He walks out of the draft, thinks that, dude, his pud's just exploding with juice, and it's pretty limp dick. And he's gonna end up with too many Steelers on his team. I just have a feeling that Dirtle's gonna put too many chips into one guy, and something's gonna go wrong with that one guy, and it's gonna be his downfall. And Brian figures out how to stay in the middle with his money and not draft with so many dollars and put himself in that position. He's gonna squeak out of it, save his ass, and then he'll be back on the up and up. But Dirtle gets a nice punishment.
All right, I like that.
That will be very fun. Okay, so you said you're there with Jaden and Jesse, and then Dirtle and Alec. Who's in the finals?
I'm gonna go Jesse and Alec Sacco. We both have a rookie winning it.
Yeah, dude, I think and okay, so I agree. I think one either Dirtle or Alec wins the Sacco. I feel like I can't keep not believing in Alec because he does something right and it always shocks me every single time, but he figures it the fuck out. And he drafted with $0 last year, like no money last year. And
yeah, I think he's gotten lucky 2 years in a row.
Well, yeah, but is it better to be lucky or good? I'm very unlucky.
I guess we'll see.
So, and I mean, Dirtle's neither. So
he's right in that. He's right in the middle. He's okay. I ain't winning. I ain't losing. We're just playing, having a good time.
Oh boy, just mediocre Dirtle. All right, dude. Well, we've been on here for a long time. I don't even know how long we've been on here, but I'm hungry. Let's go. Good to chat with you. Welcome fucking back, boys. Here's this is the taste. The taste. I mean, we're not going to be doing this every week by any means, but post draft, let's spark up the juices.
Yeah.
Get some shit going. Sell your players. Go reach out. Figure out your shit.
Hey, shout out to the mayor. Mayor's been trying to get the chat going, even if it's a little too much Maverick talk. But I like what he's doing. We're getting there. We got to start creeping up. Get some arguing going. Like, yeah.
Hell
and
yeah,
thank you for having me on, room. I had a great 3-hour chat.
Is it 3 hours?
I don't know. It was pretty close.
Yeah, it was long. All right, boys. Well, strap in your things and enjoy this. Maybe you can split this up over the next 3 months because this is Oh boy. All right, man. Have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Later, Guru.
All right. Later, buddy.
It's great, man. It's good to be back. I know the brain's not working. Juices aren't flaring. Names aren't coming. It's hard to remember all of the different changes that have happened. We're not used to them yet, and a lot of them have some pretty significant impact. So, again, as discussed, dude, you have 3 months to listen to this. I apologize. Also, we're doing some new things with the format, which is why I'm doing this right here. Had some technical difficulties, but. Yeah, man, just get the juices flowing, start thinking about our plans, start thinking about ideas. If you need to buy, now is the time to do it. Do not want to get left out of any deals. If you need to buy, and then if you're too late, you have nobody else to buy. So, and if you were selling, Alec, dude, put the feelers out. Go make some money. You need the money. Let's go make some money. Decide what you want, decide who you want before everybody's toast. You know, it's, I'm stoked to be back. We're here. I know there's still a long way, but here's our midpoint checklist. GobbyTalks. Calvin, thank you so much for, piecing together with me through this. It was tougher than expected. It was exactly how you expect the first week to go. Also, I got the first piece of content out. So nut yos. It was weird doing this without a nut report that I could kind of follow through and reference, but I'm an independent man. I can do my own shit. And guess what? I get first dibs on content for this year. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you. Enjoy. We are back. Kinda.
Bitch, I'm a motherfucking mouse. Goddamn God. Yeah. Bitch, I'm a motherfucking mouse. Mr. Goddamn God. Yeah. Bitch, I'm a motherfucking mouse. I'm a goddamn God. Yeah, no. Motherfucking mouse. Goddamn we are not the same. I am a mark.